Hi, everyone. This is Kate with CommPartners. I am the marketing manager for CommPartners, and I'm so excited to have you here on our first weekly chat going live with Kate. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself as people join so that you can kind of get used to who I am and why we're here, and then we'll kind of get started. So I have been with CommPartners for 2 years. I started as an event producer, managing all of those webinars and virtual conferences that have become so important nowadays to everyone since we are all in isolation and social distancing. I do want this session to be super interactive, so go ahead and comment where you're coming from and what organization you're with. Just again, a little bit more clarification about who I am. I've been doing the marketing for CommPartners for about since 2019, and I am a certified wedding and event planner and a certified meeting professional. So most of my career is based on on-site events. So I understand a lot of the woes that you go through when planning on-site events. So now going virtual, I know that that is a whole new bag of worms. So go ahead and comment. Let me know where you're from. Right now, I am in Baltimore, Maryland. I am in my guest room / office, which I think everyone is in their own makeshift offices. It's kind of the way that everyone's kind of dealing with things. So again, let me know where you're coming from. Let me take a look and see if we've got any comments coming in. All right. So just keep on commenting. I'd also like to know what you guys are dealing with and how you are keeping busy during the pandemic. So I know that I have a list of projects right now, but I have a feeling that they're all going to start fading away. I actually bought a house right before the pandemic struck. So in a matter of 2 weeks, I have managed to unpack my house completely, which most people I talk to think is insane. Some people say, I've been in my house for years and still haven't unpacked boxes. Yeah, I've got nothing else to do. So I've unpacked my entire house. I'm starting on little projects. So throughout these weekly chats, you're going to start seeing this room change. Maybe I'll go to a different room and you'll see me doing something there. I'm going to be adding some wallpaper to that back wall there this weekend. So I'm really excited for that. So again, tell me how you are keeping busy and what you're doing during this time of isolation to kind of keep your sanity, because I'm going to need some ideas real soon. All right. So, we're going to keep today's video really short because I just wanted to introduce me. I wanted to introduce the episodes that we're going to be doing and just kind of talk a little bit about, what it is that we're going to be really addressing and how we can help you. So keep those comments coming. I'll be monitoring them over here on the side. Please let me know where you are and what you're doing to keep busy and, just interact. I really want this to be more of a chat, not just me talking to myself. So let's get to some business. In light of COVID-19, a lot of on-site events had to be canceled or postponed. I honestly can say, from being on site for most of my career, we were never trained for this. This was not in the rule book. No one had a backup plan. We knew how to deal with fires. We knew how to deal with tornadoes. We knew how to deal with speakers not showing up. But I have no idea how to deal with a pandemic. So I understand that this is a whole new territory for most people. So again, in that chat box, tell me where you're from, how you're keeping busy, and how familiar are you with virtual conferences? That's going to help me guide these conversations going forward on whether you have done a virtual conference before, or you're really experienced with it, or you've never even discussed it, or maybe you talked about it, but you never actually really got into it. And I see I've got a bunch of comments coming here, so I'm going to just go ahead and give some shout outs to Jennifer in Fairfax, Virginia for the American Psychiatric Nurses Association. Welcome. We also have Julia from Germantown, New York, Avela Institute for Gerontology. Let's see, we've got Jenny, you just scheduled a demo call for Sam this morning. I can tell you right now, Sam is going to help you out so much. He is really knowledgeable and a really great resource to our team. And we've got Chrissy from Chicago, Illinois, and Adam from Bloomington, Indiana. So welcome. Again, let me know how familiar you are with virtual conferencing. We've got Jenny who's going to schedule a demo call, so she's going to learn a whole lot real soon. But it'll again help me drive future conversations to know how in depth I should go. So while you're commenting, just to give you a little bit of reference though, CommPartners has seen a huge increase in requests for our virtual conferencing services since the pandemic struck. We understand that that is a huge undertaking. I know for an on-site event, it takes a lot. I mean, it takes an entire team to put on just one event. Think of it the same way. A virtual conference is going to take an entire team, and it is going to be a huge undertaking. But we created this weekly chat so that you can understand that these transitions are completely doable. You absolutely can do this, and we're going to hopefully help you do it. All right. So after each weekly episode, I'm going to actually write and post a blog about the topic that we discussed. Hopefully that'll give you a little bit more content so that you can kind of really dive in and feel really confident moving forward in your virtual events. I'm going to go ahead and read some more comments we've got coming in here. All right. We've attended a webinar and you're just excited to learn more. You've been in Elevate for a couple of years. That's awesome. Honestly, I think this is a really good opportunity for people to open up their LMS platforms and start them if you haven't already, or update them. You know, we are in a virtual age, and something like this should be a relatively easy transition because you've already started doing online learning, right? Well, if you haven't, this is a great time to start your LMS and start your online learning so that you can, in situations where you need to move your learning online, you can do it easily. We've also got everyone excited for we got Jenny excited for the demo. That's really exciting. Yeah, he's going to be able to talk to you about CEUs and all the virtual conferencing options. We've definitely dealt with CEUs before. Awesome. We're getting some questions in here. Awesome. Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited that you joined and that you're hopefully going to get something from this. And also, I want to just say that we do want to hear from you. We have a list from the webinar that was mentioned earlier. We have a list of topics that people wanted us to talk about. And that's kind of how we came to this weekly chat. But if you have ideas that are pressing for you right now and you need some answers, go ahead and send in your ideas to either marketing@CommPartners.com. So that email address again is marketing@CommPartners.com. Or you can just go ahead and send in your questions to the chat below. And that way we can kind of address them and get into those a little bit, either in depth, or I can answer them right on the fly. I do have a list here in front of me of some of the topics that we do have already scheduled to plan to talk about. We're going to talk about monetizing your virtual event. We're also going to talk about the virtual conference essentials. So everything that a host is going to need to know in order to keep a learner engaged and to how to put a virtual conference on. We're actually also going to do an entire episode on trade shows, virtual trade shows, exhibit halls, and e-poster sessions. That's been a question that I know a lot of you have had. So look out for those coming up. We'll let you know when we're doing them. Also, please share this this weekly chat with anyone that you know that is dealing with on-site event, transitioning to virtual events, or if you just know somebody would benefit from some of the conversations we're having. We really do want to make sure that we are being a resource for people, whether they're clients or not. So please go ahead and share that with everyone. We want to see and hear that everyone's around. So let me jump right back over. I'm getting a bunch of comments here. What's the best approach for a presenter to stream video virtually? That's actually a really great question. And my team and I had actually discussed, we're going to do an entire week episode on best practices for the video quality and making sure that it, looks and sounds good, especially since you don't really have oversight of not being in the room with them. So that's definitely something that we're going to talk about. Let's see here. We've got someone said they have no experience with virtual events. And so, that's fine. That's why we're here. That's why we want to help you. Definitely let us know what are your big things that you're a little worried about. I hear that you took over the exhibit hall for your annual event. We have a really great feature that we're actually continually developing that will allow you to have a virtual exhibit hall and allows your sponsors to kind of go in there. And we'll talk a lot about that one in next week's episode about monetizing. It's going to be really great. Yeah, absolutely. So you've got an event. I see here, Chrissy's got an event in September, and you're trying to be productive and about what you could do when the situation arises. So I would say first things first, planning is key. Make sure that you have already started the conversations. So that actually brings me to a resource that I want to show you. Since this isn't going to be a content heavy week, I want to show you this virtual conferences services on our website. So you can access it on our website. Down here, you'll see that there are 3 downloadable PDFs. All of those are free and accessible for you. Go ahead and download them. We actually created this when the pandemic started. We started getting a lot of questions, so we created those for you to download and use. They are 3 great resources for you to just take a look at, and you'll be able to kind of get another idea of what goes into a virtual conference. So the link is going to be put in the comments below, and just go ahead and access them. You can also go to CommPartners.com. We have a lot of resources, blog articles, webinars, other downloadable resources for you that would help you learn a little bit about virtual conferencing. We put them out there to be a resource. So thank you so much. I know this was short, and I know this was, not as content driven, but I did want to just kind of get a feel for where you are, what you're doing to keep busy during this pandemic, because again, I'm going to run out of projects. My house is only so big. And I also wanted to know what you want to know and how I can help you going forward with these weekly episodes. I do want to close with just a message of support. We are all going through this pandemic, and it is affecting us in different ways. So please be there for each other, be kind, and together we can get through this and we'll come out the other side stronger. I also want to thank my team behind the scenes who in their homes, on their laptops, they are actually doing a lot of this production for me. You'll hear me talk a lot about how your team and our team can work together, and teams are very vital for virtual conferencing. So I even have a team for something as simple as this. So thank you, team, for my help, for your helping me with this. And then also thank you, guys, for logging in. Continue to share the weekly chat. We are going to make sure that we get these blog posts and things up for you as we go on. And I do, again, want to hear what you want. So again, comment below and let me know what you want to hear about. Please join us next Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same place, same time, where we're going to talk about monetizing your virtual conference. So that's how to maximize your sponsors' outreach and exposure while also still getting that sponsorship money for your organization that can help put on these events. So we're going to be kind of diving into the ideas that we've been working with, and then we're going to also talk about maybe some ideas that you have and see if that's something that we can help you with. I'm going to take one last look at the chat questions here. All right. Awesome. All right. Well, it looks like everyone has joined us and has kind of commented, let me know where they're coming from. I really do appreciate you joining us, and stay safe and stay well, everyone. And I will see you next week, next Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll start with a little hi, how are you, and how are you keeping busy? And then we'll get into some content on how to monetize your events. Thanks so much. Have a good one. Bye.